Just poppin' yow. I want to document a little project that I'm going to be doing, because I never do that. So let's take a look at what we're going to be doing here. Little project. I'm going to be installing some JL Audio C2. There's the model number there if you really care, but yeah. Here's your 6.5 inch woofer, and then it comes with these really nice tweeters. I've heard some really good things about these. So why is this going to be such a project? Well, for one, what I have in there, what I have in the doors right now are some kickers, and they're about like half the depth of this magnet. So that means that, you can see this, it's fucking hefty ass woofer. So that means that we're gonna have to fabricate some spacers, or use some spacers to get the mounting depth further away from the door so that it clears the window when it comes down. What's cool is these have like a rubber boot on the magnet, so when we're trying to see if it clears, it should be pretty forgiving on the window because it's rubber. Anyway, so the mounting depth has to be accounted for. We have to find out a place to mount these tweeters. I mean, fuck, these crossover networks, not the tweeters. They're pretty hefty crossovers, so yeah, I'm sure we'll find a place, but it's gonna, that's something we'll have to account for. And then, last but not least, probably the most fun part is going to be mounting these tweeters in the stock tweeter location. What I would like to do is, I want to be able to see this little JL badge. So, and like sound quality wise, typically you want only one grill over your shit. So we're gonna have to cut the old one out and somehow mount this. I'm thinking we're probably gonna have to use like epoxy and then body filler and paint it. So it should be quite the ordeal. So when I got everything, kind of on its way. Oh, I forgot to mention that because this is going to be sticking out farther in from the door, so like the old one's sitting here, that means that as this comes out, we're going to have to cut into the interior door panel to make room for the mounting depth and the spacer for this 6.5 inch. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to have this section running too long, but when we get everything kind of situated and whatnot, I'll cut you back on. Okay, so let me show you what I got going on here. All the way. So these are what I had in the doors. These kicker CS's. They're actually pretty decent. I don't like the tweeter on these. Very sharp. But there's a decent amount of excursion. And these are like, it's like forget about it. The magnet is like 3 times the size. Check out the basket. It's insane. Anyway, so this is, sorry, this is a pain in the ass to do with one hand. Basically, this is how they were mounted in my doors. See it like that. As you can see, the basket won't even clear these spacers. So this is why I couldn't proceed any further. I got these spacers, extra spacers. This is how much we're gonna need to push the speaker off of the door. But as you'll be able to see, it fits now with this other spacer. So basically, I'm gonna have to, because these attach to the door, and then I'm gonna attach this speaker to this, and then this has to be dead center. Probably gonna have to epoxy it or glue it. I don't like that these are hollow, so probably gonna fill that in with some body filler. As far as the tweeters, got the pods out here. Here's the old tweeter, and here's the new tweeter. So again, as you can see, this one's a lot more shallow, and it also screwed in to this guy right there. So what's cool about it, it's pretty much the same diameter. This one's a little smaller, but I mean, I checked it out, and this is pretty much going to flush into here, but I'm going to have to cut this out in here. I'm also going to have to be careful not to cut too far, because this mounting bracket, or this mounting clip, is a part of this, which sucks. But I think if I just get up in there real close, I'll be able to, cut that little notch out in there. Be able to get these sitting nice and flush. But I have to, epoxy it from the back. Yeah, so this is like the prefab stage. When I have some things put together, I'll cut you back on. Hey guys, I just figured I would give you a little update. As you can see, this is the old tweeter. Check out the new tweeters in their pods. Oh fuck, I hate one hand shit. That's why I masturbate with 2 hands. Anyway, yeah, I knew they were gonna end up looking good, but they turned out really nice. As far as speaker brackets, not the prettiest things, but yeah, they're gonna do what we need them to, and that's the most important aspect. I already checked, and our spacer does clear the door. I mean the window. So now that we got that going, it's not too much else that needs to be done. I'm gonna cut that connector off, put it on here. What else? I think that's the last couple things we gotta do is run the new wiring and make any. I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to do something to the door panel. This seems like a lot to be sticking out. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but either way, we're gonna make it work. But not just make it work, we're gonna make it look fucking beautiful, like this. You know what I mean? Oh shit. Anyway, that's a little update. Once I have everything together, I'll cut you back on. Guys, I'm back at it. It's like day 2 or 3, but I don't know, I like to take my time and think about an install. Anyway, so we got the woofer here. The tweeters are in their pods and hooked up, ready to go. So the last 2 parts, which has proved to be much more what do you call that shit? Irritating or difficult? Okay, so this is how we had the spacers, right? I stacked them to give me a 1-inch spacer. But then because it juts out like that, and it's 1 inch and everything, I couldn't get the damn door panel back on. It's like I kind of roughly did the math for like the magnet clearing, and I was like, oh, 1 inch will give me plenty of room. Well, yeah, it sure did, but now I can't get my door panel back on. So I had to break out the calculator and do some actual math. And I've decided another reason why I wanted this on the back was I had these holes already drilled for this old speaker, but I didn't want to have to drill any more holes in my door, but that's okay. I don't think I'm going to be upgrading these anytime soon. You know what I mean? Like, these are supposed to be amazing. I can't imagine they suck, but you never know. So, as you can see here, I think I talked about it a little bit. I filled the hollow backing with silicone sealant because I don't know, the hollowness, I could tell that there was going to be resonance issues, but now as you can hear, it's like nice and dampened and everything. On top of that, the spacer is basically, I needed 0.6 inch spacer. So this spacer was like 0.55, a little bit over half an inch. This one's half an inch. This one's a little bit over, but I still needed like a millimeter or 2. I also didn't account for the fact that I have 2 layers of, it's just 1 layer of sound skin. That's not what it's called. Second Skin Amplifier Pro. So that gives me like a millimeter or two. But just to be safe, and I think I'm going to clear the door panel, I got this gasketing tape. Foam gasket speaker tape. This shit is amazing. I need to find out where I can get like a huge roll of this. But anyway, like I think of probably so many uses. But yeah, I put it around the top so that when this lays, the basket lays in there and everything, it's gonna make a great seal, and you know, there's not gonna be any vibrations. It'll keep those waves, front and back waves, separate, real nice. So basically, I just gotta drill these 4 holes into the door. Then I can put the speaker in. Then we gotta worry about wiring and crossovers and everything. I might cut you back on for, you know, installing that. But we're getting there, we're making progress, so yeah. When I get another update, I'll cut you back on. Alright, so just doing a little update. As you can see, I have my door off. So I'll show you how the tweeter pods sit. Damn. Speakers in the doors, not going nowhere. As you can see, it's real nice. Got that gasket on there. So, just gotta wire everything up, mount our crossover, we'll be good to go. I'll cut you back on. Alright guys, just giving you a little update on what's going down. Got the everything all wired up. That's where I had to put the crossover. Could have put it in there, but I wanted to be able to take the door panel off without having to detach a bunch of shit. So what's cool is yeah, there's no wires sticking out of the speaker. It's all behind there and in the back. And you know, this wiring is kind of temporary, just for the fact that it's not amped. When I do amp these, I'm gonna rewire everything, but for now we got the right side done. So yeah, looking pretty nifty. Alright guys, here's the finished product. As far as the left door goes, I think it's nice and sealed. Got resonance. As you can see, the tweeter is kind of hanging over the mirror, so I can put the door back on. As you can see, this is not permanent wiring, as I've said before, but yeah, I just want to hear these components and not have things rattling around all crazy. So that's it, man.
Like a camp count, codeine on your bounce. Tortillas, they sound like